Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Exercising is essential for men's health. And I've been on talking about health more and more, especially in light of having that stroke. I want to make sure other men are at least doing preventative measures so they don't have a stroke, or if they have a stroke or some other medical emergency, they can come back from it. Because me coming back from the stroke the way I did, a lot of that was exercise. A lot of that was the occupational and physical therapy, and also the speech therapy. I actually have to exercise my neck so I can swallow better. And I'm still, even though I have to go ahead to start eating more, I still do those exercises. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's for me. And one of the things I want to do is really emphasize what you need to do so you don't be in this position, so that you keep your health up no matter what, or at least do it enough so even when you come across certain things happen to you, you can still come back from it. The reason why I've been able to recover from the stroke was I was exercising at first. And even the therapists even said that. They say, yeah, you'll come back better than most people. And even when you get some athletes who've had some type of stroke, they able to come back because they already exercising. But that's just one area. It's essential just in general for a man's health. Now, people know me for talking about body game, but as I always say, that's more than just being aesthetically pleasing to a particular woman. You want to exercise anyway. You don't have. Hey, look, you don't have to hit the weights or bench press 300 pounds. Most human men can't do that any damn way. But are you walking? Are you running? Are you doing some calisthenics? Heck, doing yoga. Are you doing something to move? Like every single man especially needs to be doing some movement, because that's very important for a man. I'm gonna get into more about that Friday. But just in general, you need to keep your body in shape in order to take action, in order to do things. Not just even keep up your health, but you need to take action. Being a man, masculine energy, that's active. You need to be able to do something. So a lot of times you get some men, they can't do something, they don't have a physicality. They can't go out there and work 2 and 3 jobs. Shout out Kevin Samuels. He used to always talk about, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. He used to always talk about working 60 hours a week. Well, you gotta be in good shape to work 60 hours a week. You gotta be able to stay up, even if you work in a desk job. Because if you don't have the energy to stay up, you'll be lollygagging even sitting at a desk. And even for those guys who work desk jobs, you need to be exercising more, because it's easy to get out of shape if you just working. You don't have to move around or anything. Very easy. You need to work out more and more, because a lot of guys who are working blue collar jobs, maybe construction, they're out and about moving around. Yeah, they getting some exercise. And you need to, if you want to be in the trades, you do need to exercise. You need to be able to do stuff. You need to be able to pick up stuff. Even working in a warehouse, they'll ask, if they advertise and they say, can you lift at least 50 pounds? You're in trouble if you can't lift 50 pounds. And you got some people who can't lift 50 pounds, but what if they need a job? You need to work out. You need to exercise. It's essential, and it's not even just, like I say, it's not just the aesthetics or just being healthy, but just keeping your body working, keeping the blood flowing. You want to keep that blood flowing. And then, the fitness, the nutrition part, that's a whole other thing. That's a separate video right there. But even then, you need to eat in such a way it's not slowing you down, because what do we call it? The old school black folks call it itis. All right, you don't want to be getting that itis. You eat something and then, you want to sleep and everything. But what if you're working on the job, you can't really do that? You get that nice lunch, you got to go right back to work. Even then, you got to watch what you eat, because if it starts affecting you physically, and it's going to affect you physically, you can't have something that's going to slow you down that prevents you from exercising. In fact, the type of food that you want to eat should be fueling your movement, fueling your exercise. That's very important. Now, what you want to do, whatever it is, because everybody's going to be different. One person needs to like lift weights. And let me say something about that real quick. For older men, it's very important that they do some resistance training. It's very important that older men, especially, it's recommended that older men do resistance training, because it's a myth that you lose muscle strength. It ain't that you lose muscle strength, you can keep it. You got some men in their 60s who can throw up 300 pounds and real muscular. That's a myth on its own. The only thing that causes it is you get a lot of guys, they not exercising as they get older. So especially if you older, you need to be doing some resistance training and everything. That's going to help you. You know, it's one of the things that helped me to recover and kept my stroke from being worse than it could have been. You know, so is you want to keep that up, but it was still exercise and everything, and you want to do that. Now, for one person, it might be lift, like I said earlier, it might be lifting. For another person, maybe doing some running. You know, I would say the best exercise is a combination of everything. So you want to do some resistance training, you want to do some cardio, you want to do maybe some type of calisthenics. So, you know, walk, run, you know, do some jumping jacks and push-ups, but also doing some cardio. You know, that could be running when you go to the gym, getting on one of the bikes or something like that. But then also you want to do some lifting. And that could be a combination, either using machines or lifting the free weights. I would recommend, now I'm recommending this. This is a general recommendation because every man has to find what works for him the best. But a general recommendation, try to do a little bit of all of them. And that's just a general recommendation, because at the end of the day, we're all different. You know, our bodies are built different. We have different genetics, you know, because we got to think about what works for you? What affects your body the best? Now, everybody can't be throwing up 300 pounds, don't need to. Some people just maybe need to do like extra sets of something of a smaller weight. That's cool. Other guys may, hey, you know what? You might not be able to go to the gym. So, you know, at home, you doing some push-ups. Especially if you maybe have a desk job. Maybe doing some push-ups, some jumping jacks, some burpees, everything of that nature. You want to exercise though. You want to keep it going. That's very important. That is very, very important. So, yeah, you want to, and it's essential. It's essential for your health. Your health is wealth, and you can't do a lot of stuff. I don't care what it is in life. You on your mission. You want to get women. You want to make money. All that stuff. Well, you got to be healthy. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because when you're not healthy, you can't do stuff the way you want. Now, even just getting women, because let's talk about women for a second, because I already know a lot of guys want to get women. One of the reasons they go crazy over a man's body is he looks healthy. On a subliminal level, they want a healthy man, regardless of what they look like. Don't come on here like, well, the women ain't doing this or that. Nah, no deflection. Men don't deflect. That's a female thing if you deflect. So, whatever, regardless of what women do, they still want that man who looks healthy. That's a big part of body game. The more healthy you look, they like that. You know? In fact, I'll use myself for an example. I remember at my weight had gotten down real low. A lot of people saw that. And for some men had an issue. No, some men were like, oh yeah, it looked great. It's like, no, I ain't look healthy. A lot of women say something, say, Ron, you need to eat something. You need to eat something. It's the women saying something. Because I ain't look healthy even though I had gotten down to a certain weight. It got down to 183. Now that might seem a lot to some guys, but my genetically, that's not good for me. I look emaciated at 183. My genetics, I need to be around like in the 190s at a minimum. So you got to do what's good for your genetics, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. Get out there, figure out some type of exercise and just do it, all right? So anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace and blessings.